Hello my fashion lovers, welcome to today's tutorial. On today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to make an A-line gown with the pocket and sleeve with flare on the hand. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, click on the notification bell to be notified anytime I post a new video. If you have any question, please ask in the comments section. And please like, subscribe and like my video. Let's go straight to the tutorial. I folded the fabric with the biggest part of the body, which is the hip, plus the allowance you want to take. And now I took the length of the armhole, the waist and the bust measurements. And now I'm taking the armhole measurement. Those are the only measurements you need to take. This is the armhole, which is 9 inches. And for the shoulder, you divide the shoulder by 2. And on the shoulder, you're going to impute your neck measurement. And I'm taking 3 by 3 for the neck width and 1 inch for the back. And for the front, I'm taking 3 inches, 3 inches by 3. You go ahead and connect the lines. For the body, I only took the bust measurement and the waist measurement because it's an A-line gown. We don't need the hip measurements, but you're going to use the hip measurements to fold the fabric. Divide your hip measurement by 4, then add like 2 inches or 3 inches depending on how you want the A-line to appear. And you go ahead and mark the shoulder slope with 1 inch. And now you go ahead and take the bust measurement divided by 4. I'll go ahead and add 2 inches sewing allowance. On the waistline, waist divided by 4 plus 2 inches sewing allowance. The front and back are going to be the same. You go ahead and connect the lines and take it down to the length. The length I'm working with is a short gown. The length I'm working with is length 42. You connect the armhole. And now you just go ahead and take it down. Take it down to the length. And on the down part, you come up by 2 inches and connect it so that you don't have sharp edges at the end. Connect it back. The back and the front, I'm marking it together. The only difference, and now we are taking the yoke. And the yoke, I'm taking 7 inches for the yoke. Where the lace is 7 inches, which I will cut off and replace with the lace. I took 7 inches. From the shoulder, you measure 7 inches. Go ahead and cut. For the back and front, I decided to use the same neck width and neck depth. And the only difference between the front and the back is the zip allowance. The zip allowance. And when I was folding, I make sure I have 1 inch for the zip allowance at the folded edge. You go ahead and cut. Cut out the armhole and the shoulder slope. the cutting and stitching of an A-line gown. And now you're going to bring out the fronts. That is the back. Open up the zipper allowance. And for the front, you're going to cut out the 7 inches that you marked. I'm going to cut it off. After cutting it off, from your waistline, go down by 1.5 inch and mark where you are going to place the pocket. From your waist, go down by 1.5 inch and mark the pocket. And to cut the pocket, this is the yoke. Go ahead and cut off the neckline. And for the pocket, just place your hand. The length of the pocket is 9 inches and the opening is 8 inches. Just place your hand and that is the opening. The opening on the dress is going to be 8 inches and on the dress is going to be 8 inches. Let's go ahead and mark it. Place your hand and cut the pocket. If you're still watching till this moment, please subscribe, please like, please share my video. It will encourage me to do more video, please. After cutting it off, this is your pocket. You're cutting 4 parts, 4 pieces for the front and the back. And now for the yoke, you go ahead and cut it off using your whatever you want to place at the upper part. You cut it off and place it. And for this one, I'm going to use this fabric to turn it. But if you're going to use the lining, just smash it on top and use lining and turn it. Now I'm turning it with the fabric. I'm using the fabric because I want the fabric to appear, and I'll mash it down. After sewing, this is what you have. Then you go up back and attach it back, sew it back to the main dress. Make sure you get the middle part so that everything will come out well. Go ahead and stitch it down. And before you do any other thing, just cut off a long strip of lace and put at the middle of the front part before you do any other thing. I don't know why it didn't appear on this video. Then when you are done, you go ahead and sew your pockets from that place where you marked. Just start from there and sew it down, and this is what you have. You go ahead and top stitch. You go ahead and top stitch. You're still going to do the same thing to the other one. And now you go ahead and join on the shoulder. Very simple to sew. You go ahead and join on the shoulder. See how I'm joining it? Go ahead and join it like so. Very simple gown, very simple to make. And this is what you have. You go ahead and sew the other side. And now to join the sleeve, you mark your basic sleeve. I have a video on how to cut your basic sleeve. The basic sleeve is 10 inches. The sleeve length is 15 inches. I go ahead and fold for the flare. You go ahead and fold it into 4. Fold it the first one, then into 4. We are going to cut. I'll be taking 2 inches for the opening because the round sleeve is 14, so I'm taking 2 inches. Then you go ahead and mark the length of the sleeve you want. If you want to calculate it, then 14 divided by 6.28, depending on the round sleeve you have. And now the sleeve length, I'll be taking 6 inches, 1 inch for sewing allowance. The length of the sleeve is 15 inches. Take it round and connect. Go ahead and cut it off. After cutting, you open up one side. Open up one side. You go ahead and fold the edges. If you don't want to turn it to the lining, just go ahead and fold the edges. And now you go ahead and gather it on the main fabric. Go ahead and gather it on the main fabric. Please click the like button to like my video to encourage me. It's not easy. Please encourage me on this journey. And if you have any comments, please write in the comment section. You go ahead and pleat. If you have excess, go ahead and gather it. When you are done sewing, this is what you have. This is what you have. You go ahead and fold the edges. And now you go ahead and close it off. Attach to your fabric. Attach to the armhole and close it off. I decided to add lining to this. If you don't want to add lining, it's still okay. It's still the same process. Go ahead and close it off. Make sure that your pockets align very well before you close it off. Follow the shape of the pocket and sew. A very simple gown, A-line gown with pockets, cutting and stitching. Very simple. You can make in less than 10 minutes. Stitch it down. I decided to use lining for this because the fabric is not the original one. So I decided to add lining to give it weight. And this is what you have after stitching. And if you have any question, please ask in the comment section. And if you have any video, any tutorial you want me to do, please ask in the comment section. And this is what you have, your A-line gown, cutting and stitching with flare sleeve.